Hello there, welcome back to the Ogre, the old Git Reacts, Reviews and Off Times Reminisces. When I was young, I was a bit of a snotty punk rocker, and sort of my youth, as I've mentioned before, coincided with punk coming in, and I suppose when you're that young, you tend to have a genre loyalty, but inevitably, as time passes, other influences insinuate themselves upon you, and I thought over the next three videos I would share with you three songs that typified the sort of music that set me on a bit of a wobble, that got me listening to other stuff as well. First one's going to be Tank and the Phil Founds of, not the Phil Founds of Hades, from the Phil Founds of Hades, Turn Your Head Around. It did certainly grabbed me by the ears and ripped my neck to at least 90 degrees from the norm. Let's have a listen to see why, shall we? Bear with me. Let's go. Also, I'm playing this particular YouTube video because it's a video of the band playing. First time I've seen this, to be honest. I normally just listen to the album extract. Had a little chuckle there. Who says jumpers, sweaters, whatever you call them, where you are, aren't metal? A sensible choice of garment below the leather jacket there from Algae. Makes you wonder really whether the frostbitten black metal bands, when they do their videos, are wearing jumpers beneath their gear, or at least thermal underwear. It'd be wise, wouldn't it? Anyway, so what an intro. That grabs you straight away and gets you giggling. So it was literally this song that sort of did grab me, and I can't remember now how, because this is pre-internet days, and so it wasn't very easy then to find new music, or as easy as it is today. I suspect it's because Algae Ward used to be in The Damned for a period. That's what got me listening to the album, and got me to buy it. So it's a Damned's fault, I suppose. But yes, what a glorious intro, and we'll talk a little bit more about Tank in this from this album after we've heard a bit more. Apologies if you don't like me stopping videos, but as I've said before, I need to say things when I think of them. Lots of comments were made at the time that the Tank were influenced by Motorhead, and you can see why, albeit that they sound different. But sort of the driving bass on this song, for example, will give you sort of Motorhead vibes, I suppose. But I never really got, because I did listen to Motorhead a lot at the time as well. I never really got that, certainly they weren't clones, and the influences weren't as strong as some people said. But I suppose it's because a three-piece metal band, the bass has to do more work, maybe. When you've got two guitars in a band, perhaps the bass can just concentrate on putting out a rhythm, whereas here, this song in particular, the guitar bridges the gap, the bass guitar bridges the gap between a rhythm guitar and just laying down bass rhythm, and all the better it is for it. So, yes, inferences were made about Tank being a Motorhead type band. I don't consider them to be so, particularly when you listen to the other tracks on this album, and even more so when you listen to further albums from this. Says me. Again, you can tell there, the guitar solo there, old school in the sense of this is just before thrash kicked in, and you got those wilder solos, less blues influenced solos, I suppose. And I think on balance, by and large, I prefer this sort of solo when they come. Do you? I don't know. Tell me if you do. Time was made of mistake, sliding through the tears. Just how long will this thing take? How it all becomes clear. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. They say I could not be found. This man is well dead. They want to turn your head around. 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 Yeah. Turn it. Turn it. Turn it around. Turn it. I see they didn't go for subtle imagery here. Tank behind tank. Right. There you go. We nearly dropped into a bit of venom then. I need to be quicker on these buttons. Hey ho. Anyway, there you go. What about that then? Driving heavy metal. When I was sort of running on about which songs I was going to pick for this, and this came to mind straight away, but I did notice some comments about new wave of British heavy metal, and Tank being one of the pillars of it. Not sure I agree with that. I listened to when you start casting your net further afield to see what of a fish you can catch. I listened to a fair bit of new wave of British heavy metal at the time, and I don't think Tank really, although they're contemporaneous with that, I don't think they actually were in the same way as Motorhead are always called heavy metal. They never called themselves heavy metal, and I never considered them to be heavy metal either, which is an argument for those that want to have it. But there you go. It has to be said that is a fine driving anthem with a glorious intro and a glorious outro and a glorious bit in the middle. So you'll never complain there. And it's sort of, as I say, it got me listening to. It was a gateway, if you will, from sort of guitar-based, punk-based riffs, simplistic driving punk riffs, into more of the sort of metal, hard rock riffs that feature elsewhere on this album. But if I hadn't heard that song, I wouldn't have listened to the album at all, I don't think, because that is the fastest song on the album as far as I can recall. I've not listened to the whole album for years, but I've heard other tracks every now and again, and this one regularly, fairly regularly anyway. So that was a gateway for me, if you will, into less punky territory, and the first sort of dipping my toe into different waters. So I can blame Tank for that, as well as Motorhead. Motorhead predominantly, but Tank assisted in that sort of change of vista. Anyway, happy days listening to that. I don't think I'm going to say anything more. I'm not. So, clicky bollocks. See you all next time. Cheerio.